Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on August 2nd, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game, Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white numbers of the Powerball lottery. Okay, I really don't have anything for the Powerball number itself. Okay, so if you get all 5 white numbers correct with the power play, the prize is $2 million. Okay, so that's the goal for this game. Okay, so basically how this works is right here is the past history of the Powerball numbers. Okay, so the last 3 sets of numbers here get transferred over to the game card. Okay, so that's why you see these red numbers here. Okay, and then it's orange, green, blue, and purple. I have 5 colors for each of the 5 winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so over here I keep track of the stats of the Powerball numbers. Okay, so of all the color code drawings, there's been 150 of them so far. 82 have been 3 colors only. Okay, 58 have been 4 colors. 9 have been 2 colors. Okay, and only 1 time have all 5 colors come up. Okay, and never have just 1 color come up. Okay, so the strategy is since the 5 colors hardly ever all come up at once, again, the strategy is try to predict or guess what color won't be coming up. Okay, so for this drawing, I'm going to predict that no purple numbers will be coming up. And the reason why is right here you can see that purple hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a row. And that's kind of unusual for purple numbers. Okay, so it missed this last drawing, and I just think it's going to miss again. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all the purple numbers off of the game card. Okay, so you can see that I blocked out those purple numbers. Okay, so when I block out a number, that means that I'm not even going to consider that number coming up in this drawing. Okay, so off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so I'm here in the individual numbers, and basically how things work is up at the very top is the master of all the numbers. Okay, and over here to the right is the past Powerball winning numbers. Okay, the winning numbers were 1, 28, 40, 45, and 48. Okay, so you can see the different colors, and that's because of the color code. Okay, so right here, you can see that it's 3, and that means that 3 groups hit. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this down so you can see the whole card here. Okay, and if you like, you can count them out. There's 7 groups here. All right. So what that means is there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which group won't have a winning Powerball number to it and eliminate those numbers off of the game card. Okay, so I keep track of every 5 drawings. Okay, so this square equals 5 drawings. Okay, and that helps me try to predict what square is going to have a lot of hits and what square is going to have a little hits. Okay, so in this last 5, you can see that the 60s had a lot of hits to it. Okay, it had 7 hits. Okay, and the 40s had 6 hits. Okay, the 50s had 4. The 1 through 9 had 4. And then the teen numbers had 1. The 20s had 2, and the 30s had 1. Okay, and the 30s had 1 before that. So I expect to see a lot of 30 numbers hit in this next 5 drawings. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was 2 of them for this drawing. Okay, so I want you to look at like something right here in the 60 numbers. You can see that there was 3 60 numbers in this one drawing. Okay, and then over here there was 3 in the 40 numbers, and then up here there was 3 in the 60s. Okay, so what I want to point out is that when there was 3 here in the 60s, the next drawing there was no 60 numbers. Okay, and over here there's 3 and the 40s. In the next drawing, there was no 40 numbers. So over here, there was 3 in the 60s, and then the next drawing, there was 2 in the 60s, okay? So then there was the 50 numbers, there was 3, and then there was one that followed, okay? And now just recently, this last drawing, there was 3 in the 40 numbers, okay? And what I'm going to predict is that there won't be any to follow, okay? So I'm going to eliminate the 40 numbers off of the game card because I just don't think any 40 numbers will come up. Okay, so I'm here at the game card, and again, I'm going to eliminate all the 40 numbers. Okay, so I'll block those out. And again, hopefully none of the 5-way winning Powerball numbers won't be the ones I eliminated. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, the 50-50 pick. Okay, so here in the 50-50 picks, basically how things work is, again, there's 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So there's going to be a majority of either even numbers or odd numbers. Okay, so I keep track of that. Okay, so out of 190 total drawings here, okay, 93 have been the majority of odd numbers. 97 have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, so I keep track of every 5 drawings, okay, and the reason why is because I want to see the majority of these 5 drawings. Okay, so this last 5 drawings, the majority was even numbers. Okay, the 5 drawings before that was odds, and then evens, then a bunch of odds, then a bunch of evens. Okay, so you can see what's going on here. All right, so I'm going to try to predict what this next 5 drawings are going to be, and more importantly, what this next drawing is going to be. Okay, so for this next drawing, I think that there's going to be more odd numbers than even numbers. Okay, and over here to the highs and lows, okay, the low numbers are in blue, the highs are in red. Okay, so I think there's going to be more high numbers than low numbers. And then I got the red numbers in is the left side and blue is the right, of course. Okay, so 92 have been the majority to the left side, 98 to the right side. Okay, so for this next drawing, I think the majority will be to the left side. Okay, and for this red and blue area, I think that the majority will be to the blue area. Okay, so in here, this is the only thing I have for the Powerball numbers itself. Okay, so in this column to the left, if it's blue, that means it was a low number between 1 and 13. If it was red, it means a high number between 14 and 26. Okay, and on this column, if it's red, it means that it's odd, and blue means that it's even. Okay, so this green means that it repeated itself. Okay, so this 12 repeated itself. And here the 15 repeated itself, and then the 1, then the 14, and here's the 12 again, and here's another 12. Okay, so kind of slow things down so you can see what's going on recently here. Okay, and you can try to predict what this is going to be. If you think that it's going to be red, then it's going to be a high number. And if you think that this is going to stay blue, then it means it's going to be an even number. So it may be a high even number for the Powerball itself. Okay, so here I am at the game card, and I just wrote down what my predictions will be, okay, or my best guess. All right, so again, I thought there was going to be more odd numbers than even, more to the high side than the low side, more to the left side than the right side, and more to the blue area than the red area. Okay, so off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call group 1. Okay, so basically I divided the numbers into 4 different groups and put colors to it. Okay, so I keep stats of these different areas. Okay, so down here you can see the red area means that for this red area up here, of course. Okay, so this last drawing, there was 2 hits in this red area. This last drawing, there is no hits in the blue, no hits in the orange, and 3 hits in the green. Okay, so the strategy is to try to guess where these zeros are going to be, or misses. Okay, and eliminate those numbers off of the game card. All right, so for this drawing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to predict that this option card number 7, the green area, will have a miss to it. Okay, so I don't think any of these numbers in the green area will come up. And the reason why is because it hit 22 times here in a row, and now it's up to 16, and I just don't think it will hit 17. So I've been predicting that these green numbers will miss for the last 2-3 drawings now, and I kept on being wrong here, but I'm just going to keep on going with it, probably until it misses. Okay, so the next one I'm going to pick is this option card number 10, and you can see that the blue area has hit 24 times in a row. Okay, so the longest streak in this option card 10 has been 18, so it's 6 overdue now. Okay, 6 drawings overdue to miss. All right, so the longest streak of all these 15 option cards is 26. Okay, so this 24 is just 2 away. All right, it may hit that, it may not, but when it gets to this high, I just have to think that it's going to miss. Okay, so I just have to eliminate these numbers, and hopefully they'll miss. Okay, so I'll just show you all 15 option cards here. Okay, and over here, this is my Group 1 overview. Okay, so you can see that this blue area with a 5, that means that all I keep track of is the misses or the zeros. Okay, so there was 3 zeros in all of these red areas of all 15 option cards. In this last drawing, there was 5 misses in all the blue areas. Okay, 4 for the orange, 4 for the green. Okay, so total there was 16 zeros throughout all 15 option cards. Okay, so again, I got 15 option cards with 4 options per each one. Okay, so that means that it's 60 options total. Okay, so out of those 60, 16 is missed this last drawing. Okay, so what I try to do is try to predict where this blue spot is going to end up. Okay, so this green is getting up there to 11, and you can just see that that's pretty abnormal. All right, like here the orange had 14, 11, 14. Okay, so it may get up there, it may not, who knows. But these are the 2 that I'm going with, and I'm going to eliminate those numbers off of the game card. And I'll show you one more time. Okay, so it was the option card 10, the blue numbers, and it was option card 7, the green numbers. So I'll go ahead and eliminate those numbers off of the game card, and I'll show you what the game card looks like. Okay, so I eliminated all those numbers from Group 1. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. So again, the strategy is to eliminate, and pick from the rest. Okay, so hopefully all the numbers that I eliminated, hopefully they won't be coming up. All right, so hopefully the 5 winning Powerballs are still within the numbers with colors on them. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 5, picking the numbers I hope will miss from Group 2. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my Group 2 numbers. Okay, so kind of just like Group 1, these are divided into 8 different groups instead of 4. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which group it won't have a winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it off of the game card. Okay, so I have 15 of these option cards as well, just like Group 1. Okay, so instead of trying to guess what 3 groups will not be coming up in this Group 1, I just try to pick one group and move on to the next option card. Okay, so again, I know there's going to be 3, but most of the time there's even 4. Okay, so basically how things work here is up here you can see that this column is for the red numbers, the blue, the orange, the green, the purple, brown, gray, and yellow. Okay, so down here I keep track of every 5 drawings, okay? And the reason why it's 5 is because I want to see the majority, okay? So if there's 3 or more zeros, I color this 5 blue for cold, okay? If there's 3 or more hits, I color it red for hot, okay? So if there's lots of red, then eventually it's going to be blue, okay? Because that's what random looks like, all right? So it can't be red all the time or it wouldn't be random, okay? So I'm going to try to predict where a 0 is going to be, and I think it's going to be this gray area right here, okay? So I don't think any of this gray area numbers will be coming up, okay? So I'm going to eliminate these numbers off of the game card. So we'll go up and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so it's the 7 through the 63. So I go to the game card and I eliminate these numbers off of the game card, because I don't believe that they're going to come up. Okay, so now I'm going back to group 2, and I'm going to see the other 14 option cards and see what other groups of numbers that I want to eliminate off of the game card. Okay, so next that I think is going to miss is this group right here. Okay, in option card 2, it's the yellow group. So I'm going to eliminate the yellow numbers off of the game card. So the 57, the 61, and the 62. I hope those numbers don't come up. Okay, so I'm going back to group 2 and see what else I like to eliminate from the game card. Okay, and the last one I'm going to go with is option card 13, the purple area. Okay, so you can see it's the 17, 26, 27, and 20. Okay, so 17, 20, and 26. Okay, so that's all I'm going to eliminate off of the game card. I'll see how many are left here. I got 5, 6, 9, 10. I got 12 numbers left total. Okay, so hopefully I could pick the 5 correct numbers out of this 12. So it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 6, picking the numbers I hope will hit from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm back in group 1, and I'm looking at this blue section where there's 3 misses in a row. Okay, so I think that there's going to be a hit here in the blue area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the numbers that are left on the game card that match these blue numbers. Okay, so I think it's the 2, 13, and 37. Okay, so I'm going to write these down over here. Okay, so now I'm going back to group 1 and see if there's anything else that I like. Okay, so here's another one here, the blue section of option card 13. So it's the 2. I see the 2 again. 2, 4, 9, 11. Okay, so I got the 2. I got the 9. And I got the 65. Okay, so I'm going to go back. And I really don't see anything else that really sticks out to me. Okay, so now I'm going to group 2. Okay, so basically what I'm looking for here is the hits. Okay, and okay, so I'm here in group 2, option card number 1. I think the purple area will hit, and I think the yellow area will hit. So I'll write down what numbers are left. So here it's the 13, 21, 37. And the yellow area is 16. So I'll go back to group 2. And I think that the blue area will hit. So you can see it's a 9 to the 16, so we'll see what's left. So I got the 9, the 13, and the 16. Okay, so I'll go back to group 2. And I think that this brown area will hit. So it's the 5 and the 34. So I got the 13, the 21, and that's it. So I'll go back to group 2. Okay, so option cards 4 and 5, they're both blue. So it's the 13 to the 16 and this little circle around here. Okay, and then option card number 5 was 13, 16, 21. Okay, so now it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 7, picking my numbers. Okay, folks, so the first thing I'm going to do in picking my numbers is I'm going to change my mind on the majority to the left side to the majority to the right side. Okay, and how I'm going to pick my numbers is I'm going to turn to group 2. Okay, this option card 15. And why I'm pointing this out is because of these numbers right here. These numbers over here, they represent how many color groups were hit or how many columns were hit here in the last drawings. Okay, so for those last 5, there was 5 groups hit, another 5, then 3, then 5, then 4. Okay, so most of the time it's 4 columns that get hit. So there's 4 hits and 4 misses usually. Okay, so I'm going to predict that there's going to be a 4 right here. Okay, so what that means is as I look at this, as I look at all the color groups here, the numbers that I'm going to choose is 2 red, 13 yellow, 33 brown, 37 orange, and 38 red. Okay, so the 2 and the 38 will be here in the red. Okay, I'll have a 2 down here just like it is right here. All right, and then it will be orange, brown, and yellow. All right, so I'll go back to the game card and I'll write those numbers down. So again, I think it's going to be 2 orange, 13 green, 33 blue, 37 green, and 38 blue. Okay, so that will give me 3 colors total, which comes up the most. Okay, so I like that. All right, so basically, folks, I'm always looking for people to play my game. Instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system, 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print there, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. All right, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks. And I'll go back and I'll show you my picks one more time. And it was 2, 13, 33, 37, 38.